What's up? So I just want to do this quick video about sales, talk about sales. You know, we talk about exercise physiology, food science, brain performance, all this other stuff on Startup Sell, and the whole site is about performance optimization, so sales is a part of that. Sales is like the redhead stepchild of entrepreneurship these days, which is so ridiculous, of course. It's not a good evolution, right? I'm not one of those guys that's like looking at the evolution of technology, and how some products tend to sell themselves via them being technologically popular, as like I'm not evolving into the new era of entrepreneurship. It's really like people are making a big mistake. They know that, and the companies still understand that you need to have guys dedicated to biz dev and sales, and it should be the CEO in the beginning. If he hates it totally, that's a problem. But fine, bring someone else to do that. Ridiculous. Anyway, a quick one I want to make though is that what I think I see happening is like, I think a lot of like 20 to 30-year-old startup CEOs have this idea that they don't want to do sales and it's slimy and weird. First of all, because like in terms of humility, it's very, very psychologically demanding. It's hard for you to go and do sales, whether that's inbound or it's outbound. And trust me, I'm not talking about cold calling. I don't cold call. I think it's totally dead, near dead. You know, I'm not saying it can't work, but I don't cold call ever. I think we're in a day and age now where you need to focus on bringing inbound business to you, utilizing those channels correctly, and then selling people when they call you. Sales also to me means, like selling in biz dev also to me means getting good at creating inbound leads through whatever channels you can. Search engines specifically right now these days, social channels within spheres of people, networks of people that are interconnected via the social web, and figuring out how to get into that cipher, kind of get into that network of connection, connectivity. Oh, I saw this in. I take phone calls on this, and that's cool. And get inbound revenue that way. I think you need to be good at getting inbound and then sell people, and then part of sales is also being good at doing the inbound stuff. So, but the thing is, and what people do, people have this like weird issue with, is slimy sales guys from 1985 and 1991 and 1997, and probably 2005. And the way that you used to sell back then was, and I remember it, and I still get calls from these people who like back in the heyday that was like their thing, but now they still think they can sell that way. What they do is they say shit like, "Come on, it's a no-brainer," and they say stuff like, "Well, listen, just give it a shot." They don't even use that word because that's a really good way to smooth it over. Just give it a shot. But they use like this slimy sort of, definitely overtly manipulative strategy to get you to say yes on something. They just give it. It's a no-brainer. Look, we'll put the banner on your site, and they make you do things you don't want to do. They put you in a place where you're uncomfortable. You're like, dude, no, I don't fucking want to do this. Like, you want to get me to do this thing that you want me to do, but you're not listening to me and all the concerns. Okay, so that's the slimy sales guy that people associate with sales, and so they don't want to do sales. And they also look at like the biz devy MBA guys from like the 1990s and stuff, and those guys were jerk-offs. Like come on, like I'm not being flippant here. I'm being very blunt and honest. Those guys were like, they thought they were awesome. They thought they were like the stuff, and they were just like hand wavy guys that don't get down to, like, this is what makes them also manipulative. They don't really get down to facts. I'm not talking about addressing your concerns. And so I think startup entrepreneurs think that that's what they associate with salesy guys, and they're like, oh, that does this psychological thing where they have this like neuro association with like sales, and it's a negative connotation. The way that you do sales though these days, you have to have evolved with the times, is you address people's concerns and you listen to them. And look, if your thing isn't a fit for them, don't try to sell it to them because you want to make the money. You can't do that these days. You just can't. In my company now, I never sell folks stuff that I don't think is a good fit for them. I know my service works like really well. I know what the product is, and I know how much money I can save people, and I know that the headache minimalization we can do by having them follow a protocol to go with our company than a bigger, larger technology company that would be able to service them in this particular situation based on what we do. We know that, and so for me, it's like, I guess you should have a business model that like inherently helps people, but then like there's some situations where it's not obvious to some people that it may help. So I have to explain it, and I meet their concerns. You know, people mailed technology to us all the time. We do touch display replacement on Apple technology. And so they mail technology to us all the time. But they have questions about mailing. I'm not just like, dude, do it, it's awesome, and let's just get it done. It's a no-brainer. I want to know, okay, well, do you have questions about the box that you're going to mail it in and what level of padding you have to mail it in? Because I can help you there. Are you worried about insurance? Because, you know, maybe we can make an exception and just pay for insurance on you for free. You know, or typically you would just have to buy it on your own. Like, let me just meet your concerns and see what's up. And in the conversation, I'm actively, and good salespeople are actively, like, listening to folks and then going, let me try to, like, meet you there. And if not, I got to be honest and say I can't meet you there. And so I understand if you want to go somewhere else. That's what good salespeople do nowadays. The thing is that people associate slimy salespeople, they think BS. And their BS meters go off, so folks don't want to engage in sales. What you have to do is understand that these days, number one, it's about inbound marketing. You have to get people to, of course this is situationally dependent, but I think it has to do with a lot of businesses, certainly all of mine that I've ever engaged, and all in the future. Get the channels where people search for your thing of inbound marketing to come in. Get people to come into you. And then be good at selling them by meeting their needs and by making your thing look awesome. And it should be awesome. So like inbound first and then sell folks. But understand selling also and biz dev is such an important thing. And it also has to do with all this other stuff. Get someone interconnected in social webs. Get someone interconnected with people. You know, like for us, we got the brand ambassador for a company called Grasshopper, which is like this ubiquitous telephone system for business, for small businesses, and for large businesses. That has forwarding and gives you an 800 number and all this stuff. Like, they reached out to me, but the relationship was cultivated, or I forget who reached out to who first, but like, I know their brand ambassador, which is like their social media guy. We help each other, and we talk, and we have conversations, and I've made that connection. So as a result there, I mean, there's been opportunities that have come from that. They put us on their happy customers page, which gives us a link. The search engines helps her rank. People see it, etc. It gives us brand recognition, you know, brand stability, brand credibility, all this other stuff, and a whole host of other benefits like that. And it's because iMobile Rescue, the company, is interconnected with folks in the social webs. That's what needs to happen. Get the inbound stuff coming in, and then when they come in, sell them like a real human and not like a slimy salesman that's trying to, you know, use language manipulatively to get them to do stuff that they're uncomfortable doing. It's really that. Tweet it! Peace.